Hello, I am Kayla.
I'm Jordan.
I've been a whale in my past life.
I was a butterfly.
I can purr like a cat, and I can bow like a goat, and I can stick out my tongue like ah.
And I really like nerd jokes and books, and I have expressive eyebrows. We kind of have like our little group, which is why we're making this video.
Okay, two guys walk into a bar, okay? You think the third one would have ducked. Okay, well, we're gonna tell embarrassing stories.
So, last year for my 15th birthday, me, Kayla, and a couple of our friends were at Chili's. And at the table next to us, there was this lovely family. The father had the best mustache in the world. It was like Hitler, but not only did it just was Hitler, it grew like out, like the hair was like, he looked like an ant, and it was red. It was red too. So it doesn't get better than that. And their son was just a really unfortunate looking child. I don't say ugly because at a certain age, well, at a certain age you can kind of control it. Like when you get older, sometimes you're ugly by choice. Like you just don't do anything for your appearance. But this kid was young enough to where it was just unfortunate for him. And they were all eating or whatever, and we were eating at the table next to them, and we would kind of discreetly look over and admire his mustache. Not really noticeably.
I was more freaked out about it. I was like, ooh, that mustache.
Yeah,
Needs to go.
but it was
interesting.
we couldn't quite look at it. And while we were still eating, they got up to leave, and his large wife stands up, and she looks straight at, she just gives us the death glare, and she's like, "What are you looking at?"
And we just look at her like, I was probably 6, 7, and I was with my grandma, and we were going yard sailing. We always did that on weekends. That's my favorite part. And we were just yard sailing along, and we stopped at this yard to sail. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so anyway, we were there, and I was looking around, and I was kind of sleepy, and I was hungry, and I remember being kind of sad because there were no like pretty Barbies there or something that I would want to get. So I was kind of fussing, and I was kind of crying, and then I couldn't find my grandma. So I was done. I was so done. I was crying. I was like, "Grandma, where are you?" And then I see her. I'm like, yes. So then I go over there, and I grab onto her leg, and I'm like, "Grandma, I want to go. I want to go." And this woman turns around, and it ain't my grandma. And she's like, "Oh, honey, are you lost?" And I'm like, "I love my grandma." And she's like, "Okay, I'll help you find your mom." And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I said grandma, but she still doesn't get it. So we're walking around, and then I point to her, and I run to her, and then she's like, "Oh, your daughter's so cute." She was like, "I need my mom." And I was like, no, this is my grandma. This is my grandma. And then my grandma's like, she goes along with it. She's like, "Yeah, okay." And I was like, wow, it was just a really weird experience for me. I was so confused. I was like, this is my grandma. And I was so embarrassed too for grabbing somebody. Okay, that was pretty traumatizing for me.
Oh, so how old was I? I had been in like 4th grade. And my dad and my sister and I were at the pool. And my dad had like all his stuff on the little chair at the pool. And we were all swimming, just swimming. And his phone starts ringing. But he was like helping my sister swim or whatever. And so he was like, "Jordan, will you go get my phone for me?" I was like, "Sure, I can. This is something I can do." And so I get out of the pool, and I walk over and I grab his phone. And by then it had stopped ringing. So I had to bring it back to him so he could call back whoever it was. So I just grab it, and in like the 4 seconds it takes to walk from the chair to the edge of the pool, I forget that I'm holding a phone and just jump in the water, still forgetting I have the phone. And then I look down and there's a phone in my hand, and I was like, and so I then just like go over to my dad and I was like, "Well, I have your phone. It's a little wet, but I have your phone. He gets a new phone like the next day, and he keeps the old one just like in a drawer. 2 weeks later, it starts working again after he has gotten a new phone. Thanks to me and my stupidity. I was blonder back then.
I was coming out of the store. I was with my mom shopping, and I put up my wallet in the car. So I was just walking along in the parking lot, jingling the keys, and I go to my car, and I put the lock in. I'm like, it won't open. Like, what the heck? And I started like banging on it because I'm frustrated. And then I'm like, that is not my car. And I looked around, and luckily, whoever's car that was did not see me doing that, because that would have been extra embarrassing. But I felt like a huge loser.
We have this table at lunch, and it's just us and our group of friends that make this account. And we're just sitting there one day, and at the table next to us happens to be this really attractive guy. Which is really something because our school has a lack of attractive guys. Well, and we kind of admire him from afar. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Well, our cafeteria also serves these really disgusting cookies.
They used to be super good.
They used to be good.
I'll be like, eat those cookies. And now they're like Hockey Pucks.
So we were eating these Hockey Puck cookies one day, and as I said before with the facial expressions, and I just made this like cookie face. Like, it was kind of somewhere between like disgust and like kind of pouting that I didn't get a good cookie. And just like, and as I was doing that, I was kind of looking at my friend that was across the table from me, but right behind and next to him just happened to be this really attractive guy. And right as I'm making this disgusting cookie face, he just happens to make eye contact. We lock eyes. We make eye contact.
And my face is like,
while I'm
and his face is like,
the disgusting cookie face, I'm like, and he just like looks at me, and he just kind of like, and he just looks down and just keeps talking to his friends or whatever. I was like, oh great, can you continue to talk to my friend who is like right in front of him at our table? And as that guy's talking, I see behind him that gorgeous guy is walking up to our table. He's just walking up.
It was like one of those moments like in movies where it's just like, and he was walking in slow motion, and his hair was like,
flips his hair.
And so we are flipping
We're
out.
flipping out. He sits
Flipping
down.
out.
He sits at our table.
And then he was like, so, do you want to introduce me to your friends? And we're like, like milk, or like whatever we drink is like spitting out all, not really. So we were saying ship every other word. We were like, no, I ship him. I ship us.
I ship
the ship.
And it's my ship.
And then I kept saying, God has shined upon me and decided you are going to be shipped with him.
But we were like, oh, well, he doesn't know what we're talking about. He has no idea we're shipping ourselves with him.
So then we're walking back to class, and this guy that sat at our table, not Jeff, a different guy, was like, oh yeah, I told him that you guys were fangirling him the whole time.
He told the gorgeous guy we were fangirling over him. That's not a smart move. And so now he knows that we were fangirling over him, and now he knows what we were shipping. Well, I hope you have a nice day, whoever you are. Thank you for watching this.
And maybe your life has improved somehow by these really stupid stories.
Maybe it'll make you feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much our goal here.
Just so you know, dolphins have sharp teeth. So don't be shocked.
And try to be more furtive when you are looking at a guy's Hitler mustache. And don't disturb his wife.
Yeah, because his wife wants it.
We're helping you with your life. So
don't jump into a pool with a cell phone.
Try not to do that. Pretty much just don't do what we would do.